Yo!
Today is April 11th. We're on pages 24 and 25. It's the book club. It's day 2. And our story today is called Frindle.Frindle
哈，我们昨天呢跟各位介绍过 Frindle 这个故事，对不对？哈，就是一个小男孩 Nick， 然后他在班上呢问了一个问题，说，到底字典里面的字到底是谁来决定的呢？那他的那个英文老师 Mrs. Granger 就跟他讲说，你对这个东西这么有兴趣啊，那你来找找看咯。研究的过程当中，他发现到说，原来是大家来决定这个字，于是他就把笔开始叫做 Frindle， 然后带起了一个风潮，这样的故事。那我们今天要介绍一下这个故事背后作者他本身的生命故事。
All right, with that, let's take a very short break. Let's hear our article for today. And when we come back, we got paragraph 1.
Frindle. The novel Frindle was written by American author Andrew Clements. Clements was born in New Jersey in 1949. His parents loved reading, so he developed an interest in this hobby as a child.During summers, Clements and his family lived in a cabin near a lake. He spent his time there playing in nature during the daytime and reading in the evening. Clements believed this helped him think like a writer. At school, Clements' English teacher praised a poem he wrote. This encouraged him to study literature in college. After graduation, he worked as an English teacher for many years.Clements later quit and moved to New York City to pursue a career as a singer-songwriter. After failing in this, he decided to write a novel. His first novel, Frindle, was published in 1996 and received over 35 awards and nominations. This allowed Clements to become a full-time writer. Clements' best advice for young writers is simple.Write one word at a time. By this, he means that it's not necessary to plan everything out before you begin writing. Just focus on the next word and sentence, and you'll be on the right track to creating something great.
All right, friends, so before we begin paragraph 1,Thinking about the story, I thought of the famous phrase, the Frindle is mightier than the sword.
Yeah,
just like that, right? So we know a Frindle is a pen, and there's this really famous sentence called, the pen is mightier than the sword. Mighty just means really strong, and this means that, yeah, maybe you can kill me, but if I write something really powerful, you're going to have trouble stopping it. And this can really hurt you even after I'm dead.
所以说他们这个句话 The pen is mightier than the sword 意思就是笔呢有的时候比这个剑就是你用的这个武器这个剑还有威力也许你可以杀得了我但是呢如果把这些事情写下来它这样慢慢传播出去了之后你会很大的麻烦就算你杀得了我还有千千万万个我那样的感觉在这里的话呢 The pen is mightier than the sword 指的是比剑有力但这边的 pen 我们要改成 Frindle
So mighty is M-I-G-H-T-Y It means strong And then sword S-W-O-R-D 就是 word 然后前面加一个 S but 那个不要说 sword Let's continue to paragraph 1 The novel Frindle was written by American author Andrew Clements
好现在就像我们的作者了第一段的第一句话他就告诉你 The novel Frindle 我们叫它粉灵豆的这个作者呢 was written by American author 是一个美国作家 Andrew Clements 他的名字叫做 Andrew Clements
Of course, whenever we talk about books, we're probably going to use past passive voice. be动词 past participle by somebody. We can highlight that and write past passive. 这个是被动语态 Why? Because the book is more important than Andrew Clements wrote the book.
没错，在这里的话，我们使用这个被动语态过去式，它是由这个 Andrew Clements 所写的。这边的话，我们主角是我们的书嘛，所以这个地方的话，书要摆最开头的这个主词，然后后面告诉你 Andrew Clements 是他的作者。
Clements was born in New Jersey in 1949.
好，第二句话告诉我们说呢 Clemens， 好，他本身是 was born in New Jersey， 在纽泽西出生的。好，时间呢是1949年。
So New Jersey is really close to New York, if you know where that is on the map. His parents loved reading or loved to read, so he developed an interest in this hobby as a child.
好，接下来告诉你咯，他原来是有家学渊源的哦。他说 his parents love reading， 好，他父母呢本身非常非常喜欢阅读 ，so he developed an interest in this hobby as a child。所以他从小的时候 as a child， 好，他呢就培养了阅读这项嗜好。
Now, please take out your Frindle and underline interest in this hobby. Don't forget after interest in, we need a noun, this hobby, or a V-I-N-G.
好，在这里的话，特别注意一下这个 an interest in something， 就是对什么东西的兴趣嘛。因为是 in 介系词，所以后面的话你可以选择使用名词，或者是他说的 V-I-N-G。
That's right. 你有没有写下来 V-I-N-G? That's something students love to forget. Let's continue. During summers, Clemens and his family lived in a cabin near a lake.
哇，他告诉你说 during summers， 好，在夏天的时候呢 ，Clemens 和他的这个家人呢 lived in a cabin near a lake， 他们是住在这种河边的那种湖边的那种小屋哦。Cabin 的话呢，这个意思有很多，在这边的话指的是那种小木屋。如果今天你提到的是像在船里面的话，它可能是船舱里面的舱房，好，要看上下文去决定。那在这个河边，它有一个小木屋，住在那边，哇，感觉好棒。
Yeah, cabin is a pretty clear word, like in a camping context. It's just a small wooden house, like in the forest. So during summers, 我们要小心这个，在 during 之后 we don't want to say during you 怎么样。We don't use a subject after it. During summers, 我们要小写 s. And 这个你看，这个是每年的夏天，所以要加一个 summer， 结尾一个 s.
没错，在这边要特别注意一下 during summers， 就是每到夏天的时候，他们就会到湖边小屋去，可能度假啦，去感受大自然。
He spent his time there playing in nature during the daytime and reading in the evening.
好，所以在这边果然他就说了 ，he spent his time there。好，在那边的话呢，他就可以享受他的时光 ，playing in nature during the daytime。白天的时候呢，在大自然里头玩耍。And reading in the evening， 晚上呢就开始阅读。
So pick your Frindle back up and let's underline spend his time there playing. So we spend our time doing something. So 这个 playing trading 你圈起来 ing v-i-n-g， 而且在 there 请写一个 at. We don't say at here, at there. Write at and cross it out.
没错，在 there 前面加一个 at， 然后再把它打一个叉叉，就知道说只要加 there 就好。然后你会讲说 spend my time doing something。那在这边的话是 playing， 还有 and reading。好，后面这个 and 连接的是前面的 playing。跟后面的 reading.
Now, 注意到 daytime is one word here, and then we say in the evening, which is a good phrase, but what's the opposite of daytime? Nighttime, and that's also one word. You can write nighttime down. N-I-G-H-T-T-I-M-E. So nighttime 有两个 t， 因为 night 结尾 t， time 有开始 t， 这样子。
没错，所以这里的话 in the evening， 然后老师也提到另外一个字 nighttime， 就是 night 跟 time 两个各自拼好之后，放在一起变成一个字，这样就不会拼错咯。
Clemens believed this helped him think like a writer.
好，这个作者呢 Clemens 他相信什么呢 ？This helped him think like a writer。好，这样子这个童年呢，好，他阅读啦，在湖边呢很多的时间跟大自然相处啦，这些事情都可以帮助他好 think like a writer， 像作家一样的去思考。
All right, with that, let's take a short break. And when we come back, we got paragraph 2. Hey friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. It's day 2 of our 2-day article on Frindle. We're on pages 24 and 25. Before we begin paragraph 2, I wanted to share some useful dead words. Now, we know dead is 死掉了, right? Now, a dead word is a word that we used in the past, but we don't use it now.
好，我们来在开始第二段之前呢，老师想先介绍一下曾经有出现过，但是大家已经不再使用的一些字，好，我们叫做 dead words。好，在这里的话，老师要举一些例子哦。
These are words you shouldn't use because people don't understand them, but 还是很好用诶。So this word, our first word is called scurryfunge. Scurryfunge. So it's S-C-U-R-R-Y-F-U-N-G-E. Now, scurry is like running like a rat. Did you ever see a lot of rats like run quickly in a movie? That's to scurry. Funge, I don't know what that means. And it means you quickly clean your messy house because a guest is coming over.
Scurryfunge 这个字的意思呢，就是当你朋友要来了，或是亲戚要来了，赶快把这个家里收拾一下，那个感觉。那个前面的 scurry 这个字是我晓得，就是如果说今天你突然你看到森林里面一大堆的这个松鼠，然后你突然出现了，这些松鼠就开始抱头鼠窜，到处乱跑，对不对？那个叫 scurry， 就是很匆忙、很慌乱的那种感觉。所以 scurryfunge 这个字的意思就是在你知道朋友要来，没什么时间收拾家里的情况下，赶快的收拾东西，那就是 scurryfunge 的意思。
That's right. Maybe something breaks in your house and you need to get it repaired. 要修理一下 and your mom's like, you have to clean this quickly. Let's go. That's the scurryfunge. My wife will scurryfunge. I think our house is clean, but she wants it beautiful if someone comes to our house. So my wife is really interested in scurryfunging. That's a good word, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like
老师刚才前面才提到说 interest in something, right? 所以在这里的话 interested in scurryfunging 后面要用 V-I-N-G. Okay.
We're good. Let's go. Our second paragraph begins, at school, Clement's English teacher praised a poem he wrote.
好，我们来看这一段的第一句话说，在学校里头呢 Clement's English teacher praised a poem he wrote. 好，学校老师有称赞过，哇，这首诗你写的真的很棒诶，所以这个东西对这个 Clemens 来讲应该是一个非常非常大的鼓励。
So let's underline the word praised. 那个 S 发 Z and ED is D, 不是 praised. That's wrong. And let's draw a box around the word a poem. A poem is countable. 它是可数，但是所有的 poems becomes poetry. And poetry 它是不可数。Poetry, P-O-E-T-R-Y. Poetry, a poem.
这边要特别注意一下 poetry 这个字的话，它是诗集，有点像是总称的感觉，所有的诗，它是一个不可数的名词。但如果说今天要提到一首诗的话，那这边我们用到的这个字就在你的杂志上面可以看到 a poem， 好，它是 P-O-E-M， 它是可数的 a poem， 但是变成很多诗集的概念的时候，我们要用 poetry， 好，前面不会加因为它是不可数。
The teacher read the poem and he says, your poetry is good. All right, let's continue. This encouraged him to study literature in college.
好，接下来呢，这件事情呢 ，this encouraged him， 好，就是间接的就是鼓励了他 to study literature in college。好，在大学的时候呢，他就决定说，好，那我专攻文学好了。
Okay, literature or literature. It has a tricky pronunciation. 你看，我刚念错了 right? Literature. So I is short I. 事实上 litter 有点像那个丢垃圾的意思 litter, right? Then we have literature. 这个 T-U-R 的发音 is always a little tricky. 这个 T 发 C-H literature. U-R is E-R. 然后这个 E 是一个schwa，它没有发音，你可以擦掉这个 E。
没错，这个字比较讨厌哦，我们放慢一点。
It's tricky.
Yeah, it's very, very tricky. Literature. 好，这个字的话可以多念几遍就没问题了，这叫文学。
And you know, Anthony, while Andrew Clements was in college here, he also had his professor praise his writing and said, wow, you should be an author.
哦，天哪！所以他在大学的时候也有教授跟他说：“哇，你这个文章的文采真是太棒了，那应该要当一个作家才对。”
Yeah, so you have your high school English teacher say good, and your professor says good. Like this is really clear message that you are pretty special and you are talented at writing.
没错，所以这里的话，老师用到 talented 这个字，它的拼法是 TALENT。好，这是 talent 就是才能嘛，再加 ed 变成形容词 talented 就是很有才华的意思。所以说 when you say you are talented 就是这个年轻人有才华，可以好好的当一个作家吧。
He says you are good. After graduation, he worked as an English teacher for many years.
好，接下来他告诉你说 after graduation 在毕业之后呢 he worked as an English teacher 他就呢当了一个英文老师 for many years 然后一当就当好几年哦。
Clements later quit and moved to New York City to pursue a career as a singer-songwriter.
哇哦，这个转变还蛮大，对不对？你看起来觉得哇好厉害。他说 Clements later quit 后来他就辞职了 and moved to New York City 就搬到这纽约市去 to pursue a career 这个用法很好 pursue a career 就是追寻着这样子的一个职业，什么职业呢？ As a singer-songwriter 他改行当创作歌手。
When we pursue a career as a 怎么样怎么样 that just means try to be a pursue a career as 还是 pursue a career in some kind of noun. All right, let's continue. After failing in this, he decided to write a novel.
好，所以在创作歌手转行失败了之后呢 after failing in this 就变成转行当创作歌手呢，可能他写的歌或者他唱的也许不是歌词的问题，也许是他唱功不好，不知道，我没有机会去看他说到底是怎么回事但是他没有成功，没有红起来就对了。 After failing in this, he decided to write a novel. 他决定想说好吧，那我再转职好了，我转行就变成是一个作家，我会开始写小说。你会想说哇，从老师到歌手到这个写小说的作家，你会觉得这个三个职业好像差很多的，但是没有，搞不好他这个中间都有一个共同点，就是文字，他对文字很敏感。
That's right. People listened to his music and they said not good.
好凶狠，真是很不友善。
Let's continue. His first novel, Frindle, was published in 1996 and received over 35 awards and nominations.
好，我们来看下一句话。我一听到他 good， 我觉得好好笑哈。His first novel, Frindle， 他的第一部作品就是我们讲的这个，我们叫它粉灵豆。Frindle was published in 1996， 在1996年的时候呢，还出版了 and received over 35 awards and nominations。他呢有得到35个奖项，就是包含这个奖项，然后还有一些提名，这样一共35个，超过35个，真的是非常非常厉害的作品。
This allowed Clements to become a full-time writer.
你看，他一旦大红大紫了之后 ，this 这件事情 allowed Clements to become a full-time writer。终于，他可以全职的当作家了，因为他的书红了。
All right, with that, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we got paragraph good. All right, friends, we're back with Enjoy English School. We're beginning our final paragraph on pages 24 and 25. Let's begin. Clements' best advice for young writers is simple. Write one word at a time.
我来看到最后这一段的这个第一句话他说如果说今天你想写作的话，你会从我们的这个作者作家就 Andrew Clements 得到什么样的这个建议呢？来告诉你说 Clements Best advice for young writers is simple. 对于这些年轻的新锐作家，他给的建议很简单Write one word at a time. 一次写一个字就好了。哇，这么简单。
Yeah, that's it, I guess.
Okay.
By this, he means that it's not necessary to plan everything out before you begin writing.
好，也 by this 就是他这样说的意思呢是什么 ？He means that it is not necessary to plan everything out before you begin writing. 这最开始在写作的时候，也许你不用把什么事情都想好，什么事情都规划好才开始写。有的时候开始动手写就是一个很好的一个 it's a good sign， 就变成是你开始是很重要的。
我们会出第一个句子 here. So, 第三段的第一个句子 we have the word simple. Now, simple to its synonym is just easy, E-A-S-Y, but simple and easy, 事实上 they're not the same word. Simple means not complex, 不复杂. Complex is C-O-M-P-L-E-X. Simple and not complex. something can be simple but not easy.
没错，有的东西是很单纯，但是并不容易。好，在这里的话，有时候 simple 这个字的话，它跟 easy 很多时候是不太一样，它这个调性不太一样。simple 就是它其实内容并不复杂，你看嘛，一次写一个字就好了。可是你要选择哪一个字容不容易，其实不见得是容易的事情。
Also, when you look at other writers' advice, because this is a very common question for authors. What's your advice for young writers? And they have many different things, and many of them are very different. And sometimes they even conflict. They don't agree, like different authors. That's because it's art. It's not math. It's not science. There's no one correct way to do it. And so maybe you try Clement's way, and maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you just try, like what some people do, they just write something every day. And maybe it's garbage. And it's garbage for a long time. But then sometimes you find something really special.
没错，所以每个人给你的写作经验或建议呢，都是他们根据自己的经验所得来的。那有的人他可能告诉你说是要这样做，有另外的作家说他是那样做，可能搞不好另外一个作家告诉你说，你要把所有东西都规划好，这样写起来才不困难。刚好跟这东西是相冲突的，你试试看不同的人看哪一个方法 ，which one is working for you？ 好，它到底是哪一个对你比较有效？好，你就可以去使用它。
Just focus on the next word and sentence, and you'll be on the right track to creating something great.
好，最后他就讲说 ，just focus on the next word and sentence， 只要专注的去想一想，我下一个字要用什么，下一句话要说什么 ，and you will be on the right track to creating something great。这边这个 to 的话，一样也是介系词，所以后面的 create。好，这个动词呢要改成 creating， 好，变成 VING 的形式。好，如果说今天你只是专注的把下一句话或下个字想好的话，你就慢慢的在正确的轨道上面去做什么呢 ？To create something great， 写出伟大的作品了。
Hey Anthony, I forgot to talk about our useful dead words.
Useful dead words.
我忘记了. So we have one more here. So
Yeah.
This is not a word, but it's something we use in writing, and it's called an interrobang.
Interrobang.
Yes, interrobang. I think this is really useful, and we sort of use this. It's when we want to say a question, but also feel shocked at the same time. So maybe someone says something to you, and you say, "You what?" That you use question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. And interrobang is a question mark when how and your exclamation point 惊叹号
没错，惊叹号
on top of each other. And that shows the meaning. But I mean, I really like to just type ba la 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 like that.
I see. 所以 interrobang 我在猜应该是 interrogation 那个 interror 加上 bang 那个 bang， 那这边是疑问惊叹号，就是平常的话是问号是问号，惊叹号惊叹号，但是如果用 interrobang 的话，就是问号加惊叹号，表达很惊讶的去问说，你说什么
Yeah, but everyone knows this. You type question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. And it feels very shocking. But it's something useful, I think.
Yeah.
All right. With that, let's get ready for vocab review. All right, friends, vocab review. Our first word is a cabin.
A cabin 在这边的话，指的意思是这种小木屋。
Number 2, to spend one's time, V-I-N-G.
好，所以 spend my time or spend time doing something 就是指花时间做什么事情。
Number 3, literature.
Literature 就是文学的意思。
Number 4, graduation.
Graduation 毕业。
Number 5, to quit.
To quit 这个 quit 这个字的话是三态同形的，就是指放弃或是辞职的意思。
Now, 小心你现在放弃 it's Q-U-I-T-T-I-N-G. That's a common spelling mistake. Number 6, to pursue.
To pursue 就是追求的意思。你可以说 pursue a career as a writer， 或者是 pursue a hobby， 都可以用 pursue 这个字来表达。
Number 7, to plan something out or to plan out something.
To plan something out 或是 plan out something 就是指把什么东西规划好的意思。
And lastly, number 8, to be on the right track.
To be on the right track 就是在正确的轨道上，就是没问题，你好像这样顺着走，事情就会完成这样的感觉。
All right, and with that, we are done for today. Anything else you want to say?
No, not really.
Don't forget to scurry funge if someone is coming over. Clean the house quickly. For Enjoy English School, I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Anthony.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.